Hello, Crash. How are you today? Thank you for the follow, Undyne. So, how is everyone today? I'm glad to hear that you're well. That's what I oftentimes do too when watching a stream. I tend to allocate the second monitor to watching the stream and then do whatever I want on the primary monitor. Also, how's my mic sound? I gotta... So I kept having continuous issues, with my mic, and so I just decided to grab something that I had, just a mic that I had laying around. So I'm curious how it sounds, because I've never used this mic to stream before. So this was initially going to be a collab, but some IRL circumstances came up for my collab partner, so we're gonna move that collab to another day. So yeah, let's get started on erasing these floppies. And I was originally just gonna do it off screen, but let me see if I can actually get Let me see if I can actually get like SSH working well enough to you know, make it so that I can actually show my script in action. For 9. And there we are. So let me just Windows Terminal. There we go. So I'm connected over SSH to my Fedora laptop here. And so yeah. And then here's the floppy erase script. It's nothing super fancy. I just have it lay out the it's essentially just checks for a few different things and then erases the floppy, then asks if you want to erase another floppy. You're messing around with the Unix-like open source OS and you found that you can... Oh yeah, that would definitely crash the VM, I'm pretty sure. Anyway. I have 2 boxes of floppies, so and I have no idea of the operational condition of these floppies, so I have no idea, like, if these will even, like, actually, format correctly. But yeah, let's see. It's Unix-like, but also NT-like. That's really cool. What's the name of the OS? Nano shell. I'll have to take a look at that. So I want. Yeah. It doesn't have a proper build, but you could easily, you you could quickly build one and send it to me. Also, I'm pretty sure this floppy is bad because that just, like, errored out immediately. So if it doesn't have a proper build, how's it distributed? Is it just distributed as source code? Wow. Okay, I think... Yeah, so it's just source code. Interesting. Yeah, I mean, if you... So would you build it as in, like, an ISO and then send send that to me, or would you, how would you, build it? There we go. found... I found one that isn't just bad. Oh. Cool. Yeah, if you wanted to, I'd love to get my hands on that and play around with it. I even, you know, might even mess around with it on stream. But, hey, let's see, I'm very sorry, I don't quite know how to pronounce your name. Low Q Reviews Official? Yeah, I mean, if you want to, I'd love to try that. Awesome, thank you. Yeah, I do wonder how long it'll take me to get through all of these discs. I guess it really depends on how many just like outright bad ones there are, because so far I found two that are just like don't work. If if I had more floppy drives, I could do like you know, like if I had more floppy drives, I could do like multiple like parallel operations, but I don't, so I really only have the one, so I can only do one floppy at a time. Oh, I think this floppy isn't entirely good because it just because DD just gave an input-output error. And no, I'm not entirely sure why I'm so fascinated by watching floppy's format. It's just a thing. But I wrote this formatting script in voice chat one day. I was writing the script and then I had one of my Twitch moderators look over it because she does a lot of programming and stuff. And actually, while we're waiting for this, let's see. I actually am gonna shout out the person who I was going to collab with today because they are a really awesome person and you know, like they just really deserve support. So oh, so what's happening right now? I'm just formatting floppy disks. I was scheduled to do a collab, but the person I was doing a collab with had some IRL stuff come up, so they couldn't join me. But we are planning to collab at another time, and I was just gonna shout out them because you know they're great. I've really enjoyed getting to know them, and you know they're really nice. So yeah, looks like that disc is done. And I'm pretty sure some of these have, like, what's probably, I believe some of these probably have, like, neutralized mouse urine on them because, these were discs that were sitting in a storage unit that had mice. So I'm pretty sure, but I've wiped down all of these discs, like, a few months ago. I just haven't gotten a chance to actually erase them until now. But I'm pretty sure some of these definitely have like mouse urine on them, or used to have mouse urine on them. I disinfected them though. Sounds good. See you in a few minutes. Or however long it takes. But yeah, so, you know, yeah, it's been a while since I've just done sort of a chill stream. I guess my my first like stream back to VTubing was pretty chill, but since then I've done you know, 2 streams, and I really do enjoy these chill streams where it's just like, you know, me, possibly another person, talking to you guys because y'all are amazing. But yeah. Well, I mean, well, there are 2 answers to that. First of all, you know me. Second of all, I'm erasing floppy disks, and the best way to securely erase floppy disks is to use dd dev urandom and then dd dev null. Hello, Winter Nix. How are you? I am glad to hear that, and I'm doing well myself. Just doing some secure erasure of floppy disks. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Oh, and it looks like we have another disk that's partially bad. You know, for those of you who don't know, my this script I'm using that I actually wrote myself with the help of one of my Twitch moderators actually ended up killing a floppy disk because I was testing it and this I was using this old AOL disk that yeah, it's an old AOL disk. Who knows what sort of stuff it's seen. So you know, like, oh yeah, it was Sophie. So yeah, I was using this old AOL disk. Excuse me. I was using this old AOL disk to test, and just partway through testing the script, the disk just died, and so it's just really funny because like, like, you know, it's just this random AOL disk that just decided to die while I was securely erasing it. I'm not surprised though, because this is probably the most use that the disk has seen in a long time, and it's an AOL disk, so who knows how many times it's been used. But it's just really funny, like, so like this script can like possibly make disks that are already on the brink of dying just completely die. You're asking me if I've heard of NetWare? Yes, I've heard of NetWare. My school district actually used Novell Groupware, back when when I was in like kindergarten, first grade. Our school actually used Groupware, Novell Groupware. You've got NetWare floppies. That's pretty cool. I forget if you sent me pictures of those, but I'd love to see pictures of those if you haven't sent them to me already. Because NetWare is like just right up my alley in terms of age and stuff. Sounds good. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, if you, depending on what version it is, it might be worth archiving. I'm not sure what versions are commonly archived on the internet, but if you have some like uncommon version, I could probably help you archive it. If I'm not sure what would be better for archiving those, because I presume they're PC formatted. And while your 1400s floppy drive should be able to read PC format floppies, it might be better to archive the floppies on a PC. Although, of course, Windows doesn't have the ability to make disk images, so you'd be using, at least natively, so you'd probably be using some sort of compiled version of DD or something like that, so... But yeah, if you wanted, I could probably help you archive the disks. And it'll be interesting to see how many disks I'm erasing, because so far I'm on my 5th disk. And for those of you who are unaware of what this program is doing, this script is doing, it's essentially going through the disk block by block and just overriding the overriding the disks with first random data and then zeroing and zeros. So it's basically just completely destroying all data on the disk, which isn't something you'd normally want, but in this case it's ideal because it allows me to securely erase these floppies, which do have sensitive information on them. Oh, totally. So essentially, if you those network disks, if it's a version that would be worth archiving, I'd be happy to help you archive them. I'm sure we can find a way to create image files on them. I know disk copy on Mac OS would work, but then also it would be worth checking out what options are available for Windows as well. And very cool moment, you redeemed a nya, so that's what I shall do. Yeah. That was practice. Yeah. Okay, I'm still working on my nya, but hopefully that is suitable. Thank you. And what's funny is this stream is actually sort of along the lines of what I wanna do more of in the future. Oh, you redeemed the spicy, yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. That's the best you're getting from me right now. Your question is, what causes an OS to be deleted from a computer? Honestly? Like, honestly, there are many different things that could cause that. What do you mean by deleted? Like, do you mean, like, just completely gone, or do you mean, like, inaccessible but still there, or... Yeah, I guess, like, what do you mean by, deleted? Because there are multiple different, because there are different, like, types of deletion, if that makes sense, like, you know, like, the OS can still be there, it can just not be bootable, or it can be completely wiped from the drive. Or it can be, you know, like... Yeah. So I guess, like, is there any way you can clarify that question for me, or are you just asking about in general? And I hope I will get better in practice, with practice, because I want to be the, I want to be the computer nerd cat girl princess to rule them all. Okay, so completely gone. So like the so from my gang with that is that like just the information's gone. No operating system left on the disk. Yeah, it could be if it's like accidental, then it could be hard disk failure, like, you know, just like the hard disk just stopped working, or it could be corruption of the volume that the that the operating system is on. Alternatively, someone could have formatted the drive, but that's a bit hard to do accidentally, but still possible to do accidentally if someone finds the right programs. So yeah, probably if it's like just unexpected, then it's probably failure or corruption of some sort. Do you have like a specific scenario that you're asking about, or just in general? Oh, hey, Devlin. I'm glad you can make it to this stream. Currently, I'm formatting floppy disks. Or not formatting, because that indicates, technically it's RM, RF, no preserve root. Also my favorite way to bork a system is to, just change all the permissions to 777. Or just delete the login shell. But, no, I'm not breaking my WSL installation. But, okay, so yeah, it probably was a hard disk failure or a, or a partition corruption of some sort. But, for those of you who are just joining us, we are currently formatting, or not formatting, because formatting indicates writing a new, file system to the disk. We are erasing floppy disks. I've had these floppy disks sitting around that I needed to get around to securely erasing for a while, and I figured, why not make it a stream? So, right now I'm just sitting and writing floppy disks. Erasing floppy disks. Yeah, RMRF deletes all files within a given location. The RM is the base command, and then the R indicates recursive, so it looks inside directories and deletes all files within those directories, and then F forces the operation, so, like, you know, it'll basically override any errors for files that are still in use or anything. It's not a good, it's not a good command to run. You're welcome, and, yeah, sometimes disks just up and die, sometimes, partitions just get corrupted. I know my, like, my boot partition has gotten messed up multiple times on many different computers I've owned, just because it felt like being messed up, so, you know, it's a thing that happens. But, oh, another, yeah. Oh, what did running in Windows Sandbox, what did running the command in Windows Sandbox do? Hey, Zardemus. I'm pretty sure I actually have hard drives that are almost 20 years old that I'm still running. Yeah, I'm almost certain I do. I'm glad you could join us. Right now I am erasing floppy disks, some of which seem to be bad. And I'm actually not sure if you can hear when I, like, eject a floppy disk, but it's a very, it's a very satisfying sound when you eject a floppy disk. Yeah, I don't think it would be caused by playing Half-Life. Oh, that's amazing. Oh, speaking of deleting stuff that's required for Windows to run, I still am tempted to replace Notepad with Notepad++. Just because I prefer Notepad++ to Notepad, and I can't think of anything that requires Notepad absolutely. Well, yeah, but it's the default system utility. It'd be like replacing VI with Emacs. Yes, I know what I just did. I'm not sure if anyone else actually knows what I just did, but yeah. But what's funny is that this is actually sort of similar to streams that I'd like to do in the future, where I sit around and do something random relating to computers, and you know, like just you know, just chat while doing it. That's fair. It is an additional piece of software bundled with the operating system. Hey, Poi. How are you? Poi. Why is it that I can't technically remove MS Edge? I think I might know the answer, but I'm not sure. Start F7. It's not doing anything. F7 isn't doing anything. How do we make Windows 7 chess exist in Windows 10? That's a good question. You know, if there aren't any external dependencies, it would probably be as simple as just like copying the file over from a Windows 7 computer. But I'm not sure if there are external dependencies or not. That would be really cool to do. Sadly, I have no like programming knowledge beyond shell scripting, but oh, you did that for Minesweeper? Nice. Uh, I actually I actually have Space Cadet Pinball installed on my Windows 10 computer, or at least I used to. It might have been. Yeah, that I installed it before I reinstalled Windows, but yeah, I used to have Space Cadet Pinball installed. You know, Poi, I really want to learn C, and I might actually make a stream out of it. Because I would love to just like learn C and stuff, and what I think would be really cool is getting a 90s workstation, a 90s Unix workstation like a Sun, and just like using that as my main development system. What has similar vibes? Is it the song? Oh, watching the floppy disks get wiped. I actually don't know Signal Simulator. What is it? You know, maybe I should have made this a floppy drive ASMR stream. Scanning signals from space. Interesting. Do you know what about it gives it a similar feeling? Oh, yeah, I could definitely see that. Yeah, just like, you know, yeah, I could definitely see that. We are, like, 40 minutes into erasing floppy disks, and, I'm on my 8th floppy. And I probably have, like, 50 more to, or, like, you know, 40 or 50 more to do. I might need to split this into multiple streams just because of how many floppies there are. Floppy disks don't read or write at a very fast speed, so, like, as you can see from the speed, it's like 6, 7, 8, 9 kilobytes a second, so it's like, you know... And so it takes, and most of these floppy disks are high density, so they're 1.44 megabytes. So that's a lot of time. So, like, yeah, that's like just over 100 seconds per operation. Um, so, like, let's just estimate 200 seconds per operation. That's 400 seconds for each disk. 400 seconds for each disk multiplied by 50 means 20,000 seconds for all of the disks. And that's a little over 5 hours, like 5.5 hours. So, unless I want to be streaming for 5.5 hours today, which I probably don't, then, that'll be... Yeah, I'll probably want to split this up. But yeah, I'm happy that I'm streaming this because that means that y'all are along for the ride, and I really enjoy having y'all to talk to. Honestly, you're fine. I enjoy having you here on. I enjoy having really any of you here. I've said this before. I've said this before. I'm really grateful for anyone who decides to watch my streams, just because it's really nice to have y'all here. Check Discord for what you were on about with F7. Oh, carrot browsing. Yeah, welcome back, very cool moment. You know, I'm sure some people do know what I'm talking about, but also I'm, like, probably incomprehensible to most people half the time. So, you know. Yeah, no worries about not being talkative at all. If you want to lurk, then lurk. If you wanna chat with me, then chat. You know, like it really doesn't. It really doesn't like bother me either way. Like I just enjoy having I'm just I'm just very grateful, and you know, it's yeah, just really happy that you're all here. Um, Basically, most of the modern Windows UI uses web viewport system elements with MS Edge as its base. Oh, so it's like Internet Explorer, only even more intrusive. Got it. Interesting. Um, Uplink OST awoke your neurons. Oh, hey! I just looked it up, and this, this song was actually used in Uplink, which I'm sure is why you said that, but I didn't know that. I just found this, from looking for chiptunes, but that's pretty cool. Internet Explorer more like the worst browser I'd use at my old school for ages. I will say, and I'm not proud of this fact, but I was once a hardcore IE user, complete with the Bing bar. I used Internet Explorer with the Bing bar, unironically, and I believed wholeheartedly in it. Um, I'm not proud of that fact. But, let's see. So it's actually using MS Edge to display the Windows system elements, and yeah. Internet Explorer still breaks, removing Internet Explorer breaks stuff, but not quite that much. ActiveX controls. ActiveX controls would like your permission. Oh my. I forgot. I always forget about ActiveX until I don't anymore. Two decades ago now, actually. But yeah, I'm not proud of the fact that I used to, like, be a hardcore IE user. May I point out that it's a screenshot that I printed out onto paper. I printed out a screenshot. And I still have that printout of the screenshot, even though the original file is long gone. I know, right? Oh hey, Internet Explorer is still... Yeah. I have, Internet Explorer is, still a thing. And I actually have it on my system because Windows 10 still has the Internet Explorer front end. Um, I don't think Windows 10 has the Internet Explorer front end if I'm remembering correctly, but they still have Internet Explorer because things like the help viewer still rely on Internet Explorer to work. So they still have the Internet Explorer engine and stuff, but the front end is just gone. But you can still access it. You can still access Internet Explorer by typing HH space H into the run dialog. I always like to test websites in the help viewer because the help viewer is very basic and a lot of things don't work with it. So if your site works in the help viewer, then it's pretty certain to work. But if it works in the help viewer, it's pretty certain to work elsewhere. Your stream keeps cutting out. I'm very sorry to hear that. Oh well, 12 kilobytes and 12 kilobytes. This disk is bad, I'm pretty sure. And I will probably be testing all of these disks after I finish streaming. I'll be testing all of these disks to make sure they're actually they're actually erased. Because even though it should be erased, a lot of these disks are failing to erase fully. So it's not you know, it's I just want to double check to make sure, but if DD can't do anything with these disks, then I'm sure that they're most likely just dead. Especially with these disks that are only copying like 16 kilobytes or whatever. Or kilobytes. Kilobytes, kilobytes, you know, same difference really in this case. But yeah, I have 2 boxes of floppies that I need to erase. I'm thinking, depending on how long it takes me to finish this box, I might stop after this. Let's see. Yeah, yeah, these all have the right switch enabled. Yeah, these all have the write protection switch set to enable, or disable enable, which essentially I can write to them. Um, and if all else fails, I can just try and get a really strong magnet to erase this stuff. Wow. 0 bytes copied. Yeah, it's very possible that I accidentally killed some of these while cleaning them, which doesn't really matter because like they don't have data I want to save, but I really just like wiped them down with a with an antibacterial wipe. I didn't I wasn't particularly careful when cleaning them because they were going to be erased anyway. So. What will I do with them once I'm done wiping them? Well, I don't know, probably just make sure they've been, after I make sure they've been, like, fully wiped, I'll probably just throw them away because, these discs have been in some really harsh conditions and I'm not sure what state they're in, so, like, they're probably not really worth keeping because they could die at any time, so... And I have plenty of floppy disks anyway. I have a whole box of them, so it's multiple boxes actually. So it's not like I'm like short on floppies. But yeah, these discs have been in some pretty harsh conditions. Unair conditioned storage unit, garage. Some of them have what looks to be mouse urine on them. Yeah, just like they've had a rough 20 years or so. So it'll be so they're probably not worth saving. As much as it pains me to say that, because I do really love, like, I love to save as much as I can, these probably just aren't worth saving. Oh, making coasters out of them is a good idea. I might have to try that actually, especially with some of the more interesting ones. You can make floppy disks into SD card adapters. That would be interesting. I know I certainly wouldn't mind. Yeah, I'm not entirely sure what I'll do with them, but I know they won't be used as floppy disks. Floppy disks. Are you saying that's how I say floppy disks, or are you saying that's how floppy disks should be said? it would be an interesting game, talking point for guests. As for what game could be put on a floppy disk, yeah, Doom. A lot of games from early on, like very early in the IBM PC's lifespan, actually are what are called booter games, which means that they were able to boot the system. The floppy disks that held the game also were able to boot the system. Yeah, I think Doom came on a floppy disk in the first place. I'm not sure if it was a single floppy, but yeah, there are tons of games that you could put not boot sector games, booter games. I forget the exact name. I think they're called booter games, like booter disks. But essentially it's like a floppy disk that holds both like a small like installation of DOS and the program itself. So like, you know, yeah, like I can't think of any examples, but I know they exist, and those were able to fit on like the 360K, 720K, 5¼ inch floppies. But yeah, you can actually fit a. To answer your question, Poi, you can fit a lot in on especially a high density 3.5-inch floppy, because it's 1.44 megs. So you know, like it's quite a bit of space to fit games on if you like, if you know how to, you know, like economize space nicely. I'm not sure how many modern games would be able to, because a lot of modern games rely on libraries and stuff that are most definitely larger than 1.44 megabytes, but you know. 750 meg zip disks aren't floppy disks though. They're magnetic media, but they're not floppies. Also, they're compatible with literally no other zip disk. Like, if I remember correctly, compatibility is like the drives can like barely read 100 meg zip disks. Yeah, Monkey Island would be about the right age. So would Space Quest. I love Space Quest. Space Quest came on floppies. Microsoft Entertainment Pack did. I want to say Chips Challenge, the original one, not in Microsoft Entertainment Pack, also came on the floppy. Hey Sabrina, how are you doing today? Oh yeah. I want to say that that might actually be possible. To install Windows 10 from 5,000 floppies, but you'd have to you'd have to use a custom installer for sure. Glad to hear that. I am doing quite well myself. I am just formatting floppy disks. Because I have floppy disks that need to be formatted, and you know, I figured why not make a stream out of it. Ew. I forget if the original Elder Scrolls was on floppy. I don't. I have a sense that that game is a bit new. Let's see. Oh, 1994. Let's see. Arena was originally released on CD-ROM 3.5-inch floppy, with the CD-ROM version having more features than the floppy release. But yeah, it was released on both floppy and CD-ROM. Yes, please insert disk 3395 10 seconds later. Please insert disk 3396. And just imagine if one of those disks in your installation disk set was bad. Although, honestly, it wouldn't be 10 seconds later because you see how long it takes me to write a megabyte of data to a floppy disk. It would probably be more like 30 seconds. Well, see, I think the, I'm trying to puzzle this out in my mind, but I'm pretty sure the, way, I'm pretty sure the way it would have to work is that, This is an interesting problem, actually. This is taking all of my, like, ability to theoretically create, mechanisms and stuff. But I want to say what you would almost need is, you need to split the whim. Okay, so you would basically need, to have a boot floppy, a floppy that loads the software that, can deal with the, compressed and split whim into, memory. Then, and then, like, you know, deal with it from there. Or no, you need the boot floppy, a floppy for the software to deal with the split and compressed whim, all the floppies that hold the whim, and then you need the actual installer on floppy. So that's like 4 different like sets of floppies right there. And I think the boot floppy could be 1, because boot takes like so little. The program to deal with the I don't think you would need to load. Oh wait, I guess you would need to. You would need to load the whim into a RAM disk essentially. But are whims compressed? Are they a compressed image, or are they not? Because if whims are compressed, then, I'm not sure you would need to load, like, the uncompressed version. You would just need to load the whim. But, like, essentially you need to, join the whim onto a RAM disk, and then, use an installer that could, use the whim on the RAM disk to write to the, hard disk. I think it'd be doable, especially because I'm pretty sure the installer really just looks for the whim on, drive letter X or whatever the, yeah, now that I think about it, the, doesn't the installer already have, load stuff into a RAM disk? Doesn't, like, the DVD installer load stuff into a RAM disk? Because if so... Yeah, let me just, like, I'm just gonna, you know, like, draw a little flowchart right here, but, and I actually don't know how to do the flowchart so that you can see, but essentially, yeah, you need the booter, the boot floppy. Then you need to, they need a loader floppy to initialize the RAM disk and, load the, WIM into, and, like, join the WIM segments onto the RAM disk from all the WIM floppies. Then you need the installer on a floppy. Sounds doable, honestly. That's like, you know, probably 3 floppies plus, you know, however big a WIM is, like, you know, let's just say 4 gigabytes. Divided by, 0.144. $277 floppies, 278, 279, 280 floppies basically for the WIM, assuming the WIM is 4 gigabytes in size. Honestly, that sounds like a pain, but doable. It would be just a matter of software engineering. And, it really wouldn't even be that hard because the Windows installer now actually has support for loading, loading off of, a USB drive. So you could just use the USB floppy drive on modern computers. Advertisements. I admittedly have no idea how to, like, change advertisements on here. I'll be honest, I don't even have my tax interview filled out for Twitch because so I moved, and, yeah, it doesn't like the fact that I moved. 4.35 gigabytes, okay, so... $4,350 megabytes. Divided by... let's say, 1.3, because, you know, like, let's just give it a tenth of a megabyte for, formatting. I think I either did the math wrong last time, or I did the math wrong this time, because this is saying, 3,346.15 floppies. So 38,347 floppies. That's much less doable. I'm not sure about you, but I think it's much less doable. Oh, here's a disk that most certainly had some stuff on it at one point. Let's see if it actually can write fully. I'm probably gonna go AFK for a minute just to stretch my legs, because it's been an hour and a half so far. So I'll see you back here in a minute or two. I am back. Hey, Tef. How are you doing today? Oops. I accidentally put out my erase script. like a YouTube channel, uh, for stream archives. Because I do have like 4 different YouTube channels. I have my main channel for tech videos, my music channel, my AMV channel, and then a channel for stream archives and stuff. I'm not sure if that's exactly what you meant, but but if you're talking about YouTube channels, then I do have a channel specifically for stream archives. Oh, so like a channel for archives and a channel for like clips and stuff. Hey Tef, how are you? Oh, I see. Interesting. Yeah, I'll think about doing that. That's a pretty good idea. Yeah. Oh, nice. Glad to hear it. And I am well, thanks. While I was up, I actually opened up my window because it is not. It's not too bad. Temperature-wise, it's like 54 degrees Fahrenheit. Which let's see. 55 degrees Fahrenheit, 13 degrees Celsius. So yeah, it's not bad at all. Although I will be right back because I forgot to close my door. I returned, and yes, it is nice out. Honestly, I live in a place where it's most of the time either bitterly cold or insanely hot. So I will take like 50-degree weather when I get it because it's like some of the nicest weather that I get. How hot is it where you are, Poi? Oh wow, that is very hot. Oh, 12 Celsius with rain, I could see that being quite chilly, actually. Yeah. Yeah, it'd be nice if it'd be nice if it rained here more, as well. I really, I really like the rain. Yeah, it's just really nice. I really like, summer rain in particular because, yeah, summer rain is just really nice in general. Or, my absolute favorite thing is, sun showers. I love sun showers. Although I have to say my favorite type of rain is, yeah, I was about to say my favorite type of rain is storms. I absolutely love storms. But see, you don't have the storms that I like, Ari, because I like the Midwest's severe storms. Like, I really like severe storms, and the energy in the air just feels so electric, and it's really interesting. Especially if it rains a lot, and you get like yeah, it's just really interesting. I especially like it when it rains a lot. What sort of severe storm did you have? Exactly, tough. The Midwest, the Midwest, sixth sense is being able to tell what is being able to tell when it will storm and how severe that storm will be just by smelling the air. I have done that multiple times. Oh yeah, I remember you telling me about that. Yeah. Yeah, exactly, boy. The air smells like moist. It's yeah, the air, yeah, like if you live in an area where it storms a lot, and or like if you live in an area where it storms a very specific way, you can generally, well, I guess actually if you live in, when you live in an area, you can sort of tell what natural indicators there are that something is going to happen and how severe it's going to be. my indicator is, and hopefully this isn't, TMI, but, I have a very nervous gut, and, my indicator is when the storm starts messing with my gut. That's when I know that, like, something is up. I want to say our rainy season is, probably March through, September, I want to say. But then where I live is so weird. We can basically have any type of weather any time of year. It gets your knees. I can understand that. I'm sure I have, like, some... Oh, you know what it does? It messes with my head. I get really bad headaches from barometric pressure. So if, like, you know, if a storm is coming or something, there's a very good chance I will have a headache or some other, like, weird thing. Yeah, that's a good way of putting it. Our rainy season is year-round, but our stormy season is, like, March through yeah. It snowed the other day, and now it's gonna be really warm this weekend. Oh, what do you know? I just I just came across another AOL disc. It's not exactly like the one that uh isn't this AOL disc isn't exactly like the one that died on me, but it's close. That explanation is perfect. But yeah, I have I have a few floppy drives. Yeah, right now yeah, I have a few floppy drives. And I need to go, I need to go get a refill of my water. So I can, you know, like, so I can fulfill your request. So I will return shortly. And I am back. Poi. Okay, so let's get that redeem completed. And there we go. But yeah, for those of you who have joined since I did this, yeah, I'm managing the redeems. Luckily, thankfully, I don't have that many redeems in every stream, so that means I can, like, you know, I can generally just manage them myself. Unless you want to start managing the redeems, but, you know, either way. Okay, and, Niao was redeemed. And for, I'm leaning into my microphone. Yeah, master. You know, I probably should save that sort of thing for the spicy nya. Oh, I forgot to close my door again. Okay. Yeah. I am, yeah, I won't normally do stuff like that. I just felt like having a little fun. But I probably should have saved that for the spicy neon, just because, that's a bit of a spicy comment to make. Mm. That's a bad disc. Another AOL disc. Let's see, let's see if this one fares as well as the last one did, which looks like it, almost the entire disc was writable. Uh, yes, spicy ASMR content. At least I'm actually a VTuber. Master of puppets. Actually, there's there's a Depeche Mode song named Puppets that is actually on the spicier end of things. But anyway, you wanted a stretch and a posture check? There you go. I've said this before, but I'll say it again. Chill streams are really nice. You'll have to save up for the spicy one? Let's see. That is 1,000 millions of instructions per second. So, you know. You're saving up for touch grass. So for that one, I actually am planning to like just stop the stream wherever I am and stand up and go outside and touch grass and then come back inside. Like that's all it will be. Oh, spicy nya. Okay. Yeah. But yeah, so touch grass should be a fun one. I mean, to be fair, you have been watching, you watched all my streams since since the one I did in February. So, you should have, quite a few points saved out. I wonder if, 260 right now. Is there any way you can see how many points, like the points leaderboard or anything? Because I'm really curious how many everyone has. Honestly, I'd encourage you to do that, but that would count as, that would count as artificial, viewership manipulation, I'm pretty sure, and that would not be good. You know, after this stream, I'm planning to I'm planning to tweet out like oh, interesting. But after the stream, I'm planning to tweet out a um I'm planning to tweet out upcoming stream plans because I have a few streams planned in the next week or so, and one of them is my 100 follower stream because I'm only just now getting to that, even though I reached 100 followers back in November of last year, and I've decided on the game that I'm gonna play for that. So that'll be fun. And it's a game I've never played before. Yeah, I'm hoping it will be. Honestly, getting killed in games is the best part. And I'm just gonna take a moment to do a little self-promotion. And that would be now that I've decided what I'm gonna do for 100 followers, I need to decide what I'm gonna do for 200 because I also passed that goal not too long ago. So I have a poll running on Twitter, and if you haven't already voted, by all means go vote. There's 3 different options you can choose. One requires me to actually do stuff. The other 2 are just like... One of them requires me to actually do stuff. One requires me to, one actually would generate content for my tech channel, and the other one is just like a fun thing, so, you know. By all means, go check it out, vote. There's 6 days left. Okay, darn. I was sort of thinking that was the case that you couldn't, but also I think it'd be fun to see for the streamer to see like a leaderboard or something, but I could see how that would be misused very easily. Let's see, so we are 2 hours into the stream, and I have completed almost half the box of floppies. Now, of course, I didn't start formatting the floppies immediately, but yeah. This would be really quick, this would go much quicker if I had a second, drop. It's not a super big box, actually. It's, I think the thing is I, packed the floppies in pretty tightly, so, let's see. Eleven, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 20, 22, 22, 26. So, there are about 58 floppies in the box total. I vastly underestimated how many floppies I had total. But yeah, there are like 50, 58 in the box total, which means that, yeah. You know, I forget if I've, ever seen, sloth in person. Maybe when we've gone to the zoo. We don't have zoo in my city, but, you know, I've gone to a zoo before. But I forget if we've been to, I forget if they have sloths at the zoo. Or if they had a sloth at the zoo when I went. Because it's been, almost 10 years, I think. It's been a while. Yeah, so many floppies. So many floppies. And this isn't even all of them, because I actually saved out the floppies that, had what looked like it would be, like, useful software, on them. Oh, okay. I do sort of wish I had a second floppy drive. USB floppy drives aren't, incredibly hard to find, but, I just haven't bought one. I just haven't bought a second one. I got this one many years ago, and I've just always used it. I haven't really, like, bought any others. Huh. So it seems my SSH session closed. Why? No, it didn't crash. My, the laptop that I'm SSHing into, its IP address changed randomly. No idea why. It just changed. This is one of the reasons why I dislike DHCP. It's very possible that it could have, well, okay, so it could have, disconnected and reconnected, but I think the DHCP at least just happened to expire because, let's see. This thing has been up for 8 days. So it probably, so it's probably been working off the same DHCP lease for a while. By the way. Let's get back to it. Insert a disk. Press any key to continue. I can't find the any key. Oh wow. Another bad disk. Yeah, it seems we're reaching a bunch of worn out discs now. Because none of these are erasing. Also, hydrate. There you go. I don't know quite what I'll do with the discs after, but they probably won't be returning to use as standard floppy disks because as you can see, I have a lot of bad discs here, and the ones that aren't bad are definitely on their way out. So I may throw them away. I may like just repurpose them for something else. I mean, art would not be a bad idea, honestly. The question is if I could find a good way to store them. Well, some of them are already broken. You know, I might... If nothing else, I'll probably just throw them out because I don't really have much ability to use them if they aren't, like, functional. Hey, Maddie. How are you today? Hmm. I feel that I'm rather sleepy myself. Yeah, it's a pretty chill day. You know, eventually I'd like to get back to playing Pokemon Crystal, because I have a randomized Pokemon Crystal save that I need to get back to. I still have... Yeah, I have RetroArch installed. Good. Yawning is contagious, even when reading. What, Ari? Oh, nice. When will you do when will you do a stream where you just like piece together old iPhones from make working iPhones from broken ones? Yeah, I mean, it seems like something that you would do, and it seems interesting. Oh. I wish Windows was BSD based. Like, just in general, I wish Windows were based on BSD. I will be honest, once I get a bit of programming experience under my belt, I'd love to help contribute to the Haiku project, because I love that operating system. It's still in beta right now, but I feel like it has like some serious potential. Yeah, it's based on BOS, or it's derived from BOS. I made a video a while back about installing it on my ThinkPad X40. Windows Boot Manager is weird, especially in Vista and higher. I still prefer boot.ini. That's like that's the only version of the WVM that I can work with, because it's so easy to change stuff. Grub. Grub is like that one friend you really want to cut off, but you really can't because you need them. Because I don't like Grub. Grub is not something that I've had good experiences with, but everything uses it, and Lilo isn't really an option these days. ISO Linux. That is something that isn't ISO Linux normally used for bootable CDs? I assume that's how it's got its name, actually. I'll be perfectly honest, I miss, this is gonna sound weird because I'm basically saying that I miss something that I never experienced, but I miss the days of, like, I miss the days of, like, of, like, all the packages you would ever want or need being distributed on a DVD with your Linux distribution. Because it meant that, a network connection wasn't required. And honestly, This may seem crazy, but I could do without high-speed internet on many of my older systems, which is where this really comes into play. Like, you know, my older systems are used for, you know, offline stuff. I don't need internet access on these older machines. Yeah, I have a few different DVDs as well of Linux, but nothing really, in my opinion, like, I'm sure even like downloading from an FTP archive would be nice, because package managers, in my opinion, just make everything much more complicated than they need to be. They can be great for managing dependencies and stuff, but like, honestly, I'd much rather have, like, you know, oh, I want this? I'll grab it. As well as everything else I need from the FTP archive. I don't need, like, you know, something telling me. And sure, it can be nice to have some of that upgrade stuff automatically, but honestly, again, I don't really feel the need to, I don't really feel the need to, like, you know, keep my stuff incredibly up to date. I don't know if you can hear this, but this floppy disk is making a weird noise. I'm not surprised. This floppy disk sounds awful. Yeah, I'm not surprised you can't, because it is, because I have some pretty heavy, noise suppression and, noise gating on my microphone, because otherwise it would pick up literally everything in my room. But, yeah, that floppy disk sounded terrible. It was, like, making a weird, like, screeching sound. Yeah, I'm not surprised. Hopefully I'm still, like, understandable, at least. Awesome. I'm glad to hear that. We are encountering another batch of just bad floppies. Yeah, some of these I can definitely hear are just like not doing well. Well, I found a floppy where the write protection switch is broken off, so I can't erase this one. I'm gonna set that one to the side so I can find some way to erase it. I'm getting a lot of errors. Hopefully that doesn't mean my floppy drive is going bad. Or the head is dirty or something. It is most definitely possible, which is what worries me, especially after sticking so many bad floppies in it. Like, you know, probably dirty, floppies. I might need to, yeah. Let me go grab a floppy that I know is good. Actually, no, here. I have a floppy that I know is good. So I'm gonna try reading this and see if it reads it. Floppy disk access is slow. But nice. Okay, yeah, read that just fine. So I think it's possible these floppies are just there is just a good amount of bad floppies. Thanks, and see ya. With with any luck, actually check this. I read this floppy that was that had the read-write switch broken off of it as a test. It's a zip it's a zip drive driver disk. And that read fine. And it looks like it just has zip drivers on it, so should be fine to not erase it. Because a lot of these disks have sensitive data on them, which that's why I'm erasing them. I will definitely be going over these disks to make sure they're entirely you know, clean though. See, a very cool moment. It's great that you could join us. Yes, it's possible for a floppy to be corrupt like an SD card. And, okay, so I'm gonna move my tripod, but that's the noise that this disc is making. Oh, no worries. But yeah, these discs are definitely of, questionable. Yeah, I know, right? These discs are very questionable, integrity. Which is why I don't want to really use them, because, a lot of them are just, like, not even, writing. Yeah, a lot of these are, these discs are erroring out with the, error no space left on device. Which almost, has to be... Yeah, it is. This is the script that I sent you last night, There we go.
64738 days.
Yeah, this is a shell script for Linux actually, so it wouldn't be so it wouldn't run on Windows systems. But it would run in basically the Linux equivalent of the command line. But you could easily open it in Notepad to you know, to view it. And actually, I can open it in Notepad. So we can view it right now. See. And this is Notepad, not Notepad++, so you won't be seeing any syntax highlighting or anything. But yeah, this is basically the script. Up top, the bin bash is what specifies what it the shell to use to execute the script. So in this case, I'm using the born again shell, which is a common shell that's packaged with Linux distributions. Next, it checks to make sure that the script is running as root with elevated permissions. Because otherwise none of the following commands will work, because they just won't. The main part of the script requires permission elevation. Then it tells you to insert a disk and to press any key to continue. Then it lists out the block devices, so essentially the storage devices that you have on your system. And then it tells you, please specify the full path of the device file for the floppy drive. And basically, this goes into Unix ideology that everything is a file. So you basically, at the lowest level possible, you interface with stuff in Unix and Linux using files. So like dev SDB is actually where my floppy drive is in the like that's the device file that my floppy drive is assigned. So then it goes into this loop where basically as long as you keep answering why to this question, it will keep looping, and that basically allows you to format as many floppies as you wish without without needing to like restart the script. So it checks to make sure that you really want to format the floppy. Then these two commands are actually the two instructions that are what require the permission elevation. This is this basically overwrites the floppy disk with random data, and then overwrites the floppy disk with zeros. So this basically makes sure to destroy all data on the disk and makes it pretty much irrecoverable. Then it checks to make sure that it checks to see if you want to enter, like do it again, format another floppy. And if you answer yes, it will go back to the top of the loop. But then if you answer no, it will exit out of the loop and then exit the script. I will be able to put stuff on these, but I'll need to format the floppy with the new file system first, because this basically just clears everything off. It creates basically a completely blank disk. And let's see. My SSH session keeps timing out, so I'll probably just leave it on. Leave this on screen, because yeah. But yeah, it took me I don't know why it keeps timing out, actually. It could be it could be our network. I'm not sure what exactly is causing it to time out, but it is something is causing it to lose connectivity every so often. And there were just sounds of trucks outside. I actually live not too far away from a trailer park, so every so often you get to hear exactly. But every so often you get to hear a new double wide being dropped off, or a double wide being hauled away. And that's always fun to hear, because it's rather loud. Okay, that's good. That means all my processing is working if you can't hear anything but me through the mic. We're reaching near the end of the discs in this box, and I am having fun. It's not every day that you get to do this sort of thing, which and I'm glad to be able to, and I'm glad that I'm able to share my my passion with with everyone. But the disc that's in the drive right now doesn't sound too healthy. It's like barely writing. Yeah, it came back with an input-output error. I'm not entirely sure what I'll be doing with discs that can't be overwritten, because they aren't necessarily readable, but they still have data on them, which is actually most of these haven't been fully erased. They've been zeroed out, sorta. But it's, I'm honestly surprised I'm not encountering more discs that are just completely unreadable. Nice. Oh great, one of these. One thing I found that is increasingly common is that these discs that just sort of like stop writing until they start writing again. And you sort of just have to wait. for it to again. Or just for it to encounter an input-output error. Which I'm not surprised that it did. No worries. Honestly, real life comes first. You never need to apologize for needing to step away from the stream for a second. Absolutely disgusting looking disc. Another absolutely disgusting looking disc. Oddly enough, this is an absolutely disgusting looking disc that almost certainly got some type of urine on it. But it's writing fine. A lot of discs that were way cleaner than this did not. It's amazing. What is it? Sorry, I just got lost in thought for a second. I was thinking about how so many of these discs haven't, like, been able to format fully that, so many of these discs haven't been able to, like, erase fully that, it actually feels weird to me when it takes, like, when a floppy disk actually, like, erases all the way. Like, I'm actually like, shouldn't it be done yet? When, like, it's because, like, I have other disks that can only erase, like, halfway or something before they error out. Tell her hi, back. Because, you know. Yeah. After this disc, I only have 3 more in this box. And I'm done. Yeah, I'm saying hi. Oh. Yeah, that... Yeah. I did talk to her. Oh, I would spend afternoons playing this game. It's the game this song is from is Jazz Jackrabbit 2. I started with somewhere around 58 total. 58 floppies for this stream, and then I have another box that I need to do as well. But that will wait until another stream. But, yeah, I remember I would spend, afternoons playing this game when I was, back, in, like, 2017, 2018. Jazz Jackrabbit 2. It's a really good platformer. I got it on my Mac G4. The game is Jazz Jackrabbit 2. And it's a game that I absolutely love. It's so fun. It's a platformer game where you play as a rabbit named Jazz Jackrabbit, and yeah, it has an amazing soundtrack. And gameplay is super fun. It has a network multiplayer mode that is really fun to play as well. There actually used to be a relatively large community of servers that you could play, but I think those they still exist, but I don't think many people play them anymore, sadly. And the game is like, I'm not sure how old, like probably 25 years old at this point, maybe a little bit newer, like 20 to 25 years old. Hey, boy. Welcome back, and sorry to hear about your Wi-Fi. I'll be completely honest, I had no idea that formatting, like erasing this many floppies would take this long. This may very well be one of the longest streams I've ever done, honestly. hydrated. Oh, the desktop writing. We're gonna be seeing an input-output error pretty soon, I'm pretty sure. I'll be honest, I have no idea why this sort of stuff interests me. It's like the weirdest thing to be interested in. I feel like just interested in watching a stretch. It's like just being interested in watching a floppy drive try to zero out floppy disks is like just not something that I would expect me like me to be interested in. I mean, I guess I would expect me to be interested in, but it's like one of the weirder things that I'm interested in watching because like it's it's that there's not much to it. And yet I've made an entire stream out of it where I got like, probably 9 viewers at maximum, which is amazing because that's probably about what I normally get. It's just really funny. Listening to these chiptunes brings back some good memories because I used to listen to chiptunes a lot back around like 2017 or so, and yeah, I don't know, there's something about chiptunes that just sort of they really sort of I'm not sure. Yeah, it is really good music. I'm not quite sure how to describe the feeling that a lot of chiptunes give me, but it's like sort of like watching the sunset almost, if that makes sense. I don't really know if that's a good way to describe it, but it's like watching the sunset. It's peaceful, but there's also a lot of energy to it. Can I wink? Let's see. Yes, I can. Sometimes. My model sometimes messes up. But we're on our last disc. Oh no, that's so anticlimactic though. It wouldn't even write. The disc is bad. It wouldn't even write. That was so anticlimactic. But anyway. That's it. A 3¼ hour long epic stream where I erase 58 floppies, or try to at least. I'm not sure how many actually got erased fully, but yeah. That was an experience. That would be greatly appreciated. I will definitely do that when I get a chance. Thank you. Yeah, so guys, here we are at the end of the stream. Thank you to everyone who stopped by and chatted with me. It has been an experience. It really has. Okay, so before we go, I wanna I would like to give a shout out to someone whose debut is actually later today. I'm not sure if I personally will be able to attend the debut, but if you are able to, then I'm sure he would gladly appreciate it. If you have time later today, then that would be greatly appreciated if you could check out Sugar Pop Lemon. He's having his debut stream in a bit, and you know, that's always exciting for a VTuber to have a debut stream, and it would be, I probably won't be able to join, at least not for the entire time, but yeah. So let's raid someone, and I know exactly who I'm gonna raid. I've been wanting to raid this person for a while now because I'm never streaming when they are. But yeah, good friend of mine. They are amazing. I love their energy. Let's just surprise them with a little raid. So, again, thank you for watching. Have a good rest of your day, and let's raid!